I started Earl M. Foster Associates in 1980, over 30 years ago, as an investment and management firm registered with the Securities Exchange Commission. Our clients are primarily individuals who either do not have the time or the interest or the inclination to manage their own investments. They are also looking for someone who they feel can be more effective in making those decisions for them.
We really work with our clients to identify what their long-term objectives are, and we work closely to construct portfolios that meet those needs. We don't believe in model clients, so we don't have model portfolios. Something I'm very passionate about is women helping other women. It's been proven that when women prosper, the community prospers. So I think as a woman, I have the responsibility and the obligation to help and support other women, not only professionally, but also philanthropically. And I applaud the Chamber for taking this opportunity to recognize outstanding women in our community.
We are very pleased to be part of the Coral Gables business community and to join with AXA to help sponsor the Businesswoman of the Year Award. Also, we want to take this opportunity to congratulate all the finalists for their success and accomplishments.
I grew up in South Florida, coming from Cuba when I was only 4 years old, and went to schools all in South Florida. When I was 16 years old, I was a candy striper at St. Francis Hospital in Miami Beach, and I think that whet my appetite for being of service. I saw the joy that it brought to patients just to have someone come in to try to brighten their day. So I've been involved with charities and nonprofits and really trying to be of service since I was 15 years old. In 2001, I started my own company doing public relations, marketing, community affairs, television production, writing. Everything I had done for other people, I was now doing it for myself. San Pedro Productions turns 10 years old this year, and I'm very happy to say I'm still alive and thriving, but everything was put on hold in 2008 when I was diagnosed with breast cancer. The same disease that took my mom's life when she was only 59 years old, 20 years prior. And that really put the brakes on my life and made me look at, what am I doing? Am I living a life of purpose? You know, what is the reason and the meaning behind my life? But for some reason, and I think it was my mom's spirit, that I never saw this cancer as anything other than something brought to my life to somehow make me a better person, to help me find purpose, and to really help others with what I was going through. One of the things I talk about and I encourage people to do is to follow their passion. I think that breast cancer gave me an excuse to follow my passion, and one of those passions is photography. And I actually created a photo exhibit called Discover Your Doorway, and it's basically doors that open, and it's all about having faith and trust and opening those doors that present themselves in your life and walking through them to find something even more beautiful on the other side.
I'm a writer and editor, and I've been working as a magazine editor in the museum world and in the nonprofit arena for at least 20 years. And it's something that gives me a great deal of pleasure and pride. I've seen how the arts can have a transformative effect on people, and it's something that always stayed with me in my heart. I worked at Miami City Ballet, and a number of times people would come up to me and tell me how much a performance truly moved them and took them out of themselves. And I've been given the opportunity to work as, I would say, a philanthropist. I hate saying that because it sounds so fancy, and I'm not a fancy person, but let's just say I've been given the opportunity to give back. I believe that human dignity needs to be prized by all of us, and giving people their personal dignity. And things that I think are very important are ways of giving back. Tikkun olam, of healing the world, That's a real core, is that Jewish value for me of tikkun olam. For me, I place that emphasis on the welfare of women, children, and families. And there are any number of ways that we can find that in our own lives. I think it's equally important to be able to say that I empowered someone. It's equally important to say that I had the opportunity of working one-on-one as a volunteer in an educational capacity, or to give somebody new tools or resources. I think it's important to have both in your life and to give the opportunity to others.
I'm a sixth-generation Florida lawyer, and we specialize in what I have now claim that it's access to courts, and whether that means that someone's injured and they can't afford an attorney, and therefore we take a contingency, or for instance the building across from us, we're involved in that litigation because of a breach of a contract. But people need to get into the great equalizer of this country, and the only great equalizer, David versus Goliath, is the court system. So that's what we do. I meant to be a trial lawyer, there's no doubt. I think I was not pushed to do it. I think I probably came out of my mother when I was born meant to be a trial lawyer. It just took me a while to realize it. I think I always fought for the underdog. I think I still do, whether I'm, in my practice or in my life. But I think I came out of my mom not wanting to debate as much as sort of like, I'm gonna help people, and I'm strong enough to sort of do that. And now I sort of see it all come together. I am, as I said, very passionate about Florida. I think we're in trouble. I think we have lost our way. And I think that in our community here in Miami, and I think it in our state. We're not protecting legal services, which is like a free legal clinic in Miami that helps in immigration, it helps in domestic violence, it helps in people that cannot afford an attorney, and it gives them access to courts, the great equalizer. And people accept it, and I have a problem with that. That's my passion, is that I want our community to do better, and I think we each need to make a much bigger contribution.